Hey Sting, welcome back to Noise News.
This is Amanda,
And Kenny,
bringing you the news for this week.
we've got a lot to unpack, so let's get right into it.
To start off our show, we have a recap of our Winter Media Day for you.
Great. Take it away, crew.
Winter Media Day brings together every winter sport at Spectrum for a day of photos, energy, and the feeling of a new season beginning. This year, many teams arrive with large rosters and new levels of discipline. Each group brings its own strengths and identity.
Tenacity, because we have a lot of people that like to work and are just dogs.
I think our shooting and just ability to pass the ball around and be able to knock down shots when we're open.
I think the girls are really close, especially because we've gotten a bunch of new girls. Like, this is actually my first year.
The biggest strength is definitely the size. It's the biggest team we've had since the start of the program.
I think our biggest strength will be our team culture, since we have so many girls from Spectrum doing Nordic skiing and trying it out this year, and everybody just has really positive attitudes about learning how to ski.
The start of the season also brings excitement from players who are ready to compete. With new faces and new strategies, every athlete has something different that they're looking forward to this season.
I'm excited for my senior season. I'm excited to just be a senior and play with my friends and just play basketball.
Just to bond with my teammates.
Probably going to get food after school before home games, or like getting out of school early with my friends.
It's full girls. And then like tournaments will be fun because we'll have like a full girls team to hang out with, and I don't know. I'm just so excited for that.
I'm most excited for the overnight trip. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to get out there with a lot more people, bigger group, just having the time of our lives.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of the young kids that have shown some real signs of improvement in the last couple of years to step up a notch and be more competitive in our section and even make a run for the state tournament if possible.
Each sport carries different goals and mindsets, but every athlete shares the same moment before competition when motivation matters most. What is your motivation?
Just that I'll be playing basketball with my best friends and just that I'll have fun and it'll be fun either way.
Just competition with the other teammate and trying to do the best I possibly can.
I read a whole bunch of quotes from all the different NBA players, and just realizing that my mom, dad, they made me, so I gotta prove them and just make them proud.
That feeling after you wrestle, being tired, being exhausted, taking it all out on the mat, and getting to say that you won, like, it's a feeling of like relief, but also like joy. Like that feeling at the end of a match, that's like what motivates me more than anything.
Also, big thing that's motivating me is just making sure I don't let my team go. Because as a heavyweight, the biggest thing about my position is that I'm the final match of the day. So it's a super close match, and we need one win to get it. I'm the guy that has to seal off the end of the day.
My sister motivates me. She's always there. She's been on the team as long as I have, and she's crazy good. And she just, I don't know. She's always in my corner. I'm always in hers. I'm just always excited to be out there and wrestle for her.
Just seeing like all of my teammates out on the course is really helpful to help me mentally push myself.
With so many motivations, strengths, and goals across all winter sports, this season is set to leave a mark on Spectrum's history. From Media Day to the early weeks of games, races, and matches, the effort each athlete brings will be clear. This has been Matthias and Grant, Noise News.
Thanks, guys.
Now that we've heard from our captains and sports participants, let's hear about how sports have been doing recently.
And you know who has that information? Let's hand it over to Grant and Matthias for our sports update.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting week of sports. The Noise News broadcast crew is bringing you the energy, intensity, and moments that matter. From the opening tip to the final whistle, get ready for the upcoming sports event this week. On Tuesday, the 20th, the girls basketball team will play Hope Academy at the Spectrum Athletic Center, with JV at 4:15 and varsity at 6. On Wednesday, the 21st, varsity wrestling plays multiple schools at Bloomington Kennedy, 5 o'clock. On Thursday, the 22nd, boys and girls basketball plays, with the girls basketball playing at Maple Lake High and the boys at home versus Bram. For girls, JV is at 5:30 and varsity is at 7. Boys JV and C team play at 5:30 and varsity at 7, with Parent Appreciation Night happening. Friday, the 23rd, girls and boys basketball teams play Heritage Christian Academy at Heritage Christian Academy. Girls JV is at 3:30 and varsity is at 6:30. Boys JV is at 5 and varsity is at 8:15. On the same day, wrestling plays multiple schools at St. Croix Falls High School at 4. On Saturday, January 24th, there will be a basketball tournament for both boys and girls teams against multiple schools at Southwest Christian High School. Boys will be playing at 8 a.m. and girls will also be playing at 8 a.m. and 2 o'clock. There will be a wrestling varsity invitational at 10 a.m. against Bertha Hewitt at Bertha Hewitt High School. JV will have a meet against Buffalo at Buffalo High School, which the time is still to be determined. Lastly, on Monday, January 26th, the girls basketball varsity team will be playing against Liberty Classical Academy, located at their high school. They will be playing at 6 o'clock. That's a wrap on today's show. Huge shout out to our Spectrum athletes for bringing the energy and representing it with pride. We will head over to our anchors, Amanda and Kenny. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, team.
Hey, Kenny, have you heard much about the fifth graders recently?
No, I haven't, but I want to.
Well, lucky for you, we have a check-in story on how our fifth graders are doing.
Great. Take it away, guys.
This year's fifth graders have shown us the adaptability that has been instilled in students here at Spectrum.
The year's been going well so far. It was off to kind of a weird start because there were a lot of unknowns, but as we've kind of progressed throughout the year, now we're in trimester 2, we've really gotten our flow down.
Last year I was super bad at math, and now I'm like in an A.
Math, like multiplication, volume.
At the beginning of the year, the fifth graders mostly struggled with just the adjustment, being in a new environment with new people. They only knew a few of their classmates, and so kind of the meeting people, getting out there socially was a bit of a challenge.
The teachers have been a huge part in the fifth graders' success, but that hasn't been without challenges.
I think that with fifth grade, they have a lot of energy, and that's a really good thing when you're trying to get them excited about something. But you know, when you're trying to reel in some of the behavior and get them to really lock in on something for a project or for a test to study, whatever it might be, I think that energy can kind of come at just a little bit of a detriment.
One of our teachers, he's the quiz bowl coach, and on some days where it's like a test or something, we do Jeopardy bow with the quiz bowl buzzers.
I would say the people here are really nice, and I've actually got to make a lot of friends.
They've helped me so much. I get the work done before class ends.
The friendships made in fifth grade have brightened the days of the fifth graders.
I think we have a really good crop of kids this year, and I know that they probably say that every year, but I would say that these fifth graders are really able to hold their own in the classroom. They can manage that faster pace.
The teachers are nice. They don't like scream at you when you like do something wrong.
They help me get my work done, and they like help me like understand the work and make me laugh a lot, so that I can understand it more.
Keep doing what you're doing. These kids have been doing a fantastic job so far, and I just hope that they continue to follow that trajectory that they've already built up for themselves.
The fifth graders this year have shown that age does not determine growth ability. This has been Allison and AJ, Noise News.
Thanks. Speaking of checking in with people new to Spectrum this year, have you heard much about our new science teacher, Miss Kruger?
No, not really.
Well,
Let me guess. We have a story on that too?
yep.
Awesome. Take it away.
Miss Kruger, the high school earth and science teacher, is a fan and author of poetry.
I like to do kind of some more complex rhyming schemes. Like recently, I wrote a poem where the third and sixth lines were rhymed with each other of each stanza, and each stanza was in trimeter. So there was 3 beats per line, so only like 6 syllables per line. So it was really spaced out, and that was really interesting. In terms of subject, I like to write about stories. Like I like to tell stories through my poetry. So like science fiction and fantasy. A lot of the poetry I make is really symbolic and uses symbols from mythology. It's often very religious and Christian. It engages with nature a lot too. I kind of do a lot of different stuff.
The thought of showing her poetry to her classes has crossed your mind before.
I have. I've yet to find a context where it makes sense. I think it'd be really interesting and fun to do. I've kind of thought about like what would be a context where this would make sense as part of a lesson, and it hasn't really. There hasn't been like a time where it's been natural to do so yet. I could see it with. There are certain. I'm not really sure, but I've definitely thought about it. It's definitely something I think about.
Not only does she think about sharing her poetry with her classes, but she also likes the idea of having a poetry club here at Spectrum.
It'd be interesting. Yeah. For me personally, where I am right now, this is my first year of teaching, and I need to focus on being as good of a teacher as I can be. And so I don't think I would be in a position where I would have the time or the brain space as of yet. I'm still building a lot of curriculum for the earth science course. And, my heart and my artistry goes into that, of course, but it's just a different kind of artistry.
She left a little note to the students of Spectrum.
If you're someone who thinks that you don't like poetry, remember that poetry is simply a way of talking. It's a way of speech. Right? And so speech can be about any subject. There's an idea in our culture that poetry has to be about things that are emotional or more subjective or more kind of hazy, and that's not true, right? If you want to make poetry about science, if you want to make poetry that tells stories, if you want to make poetry about Star Wars, like that's poetry, right?
This has been Kenny and Colton on Noise News.
Thanks, team.
Well, Sting, that's all the news we have for you this week.
This has been Amanda.
And Kenny.
Keeping you
in on the noise.
Did you know I'm wearing boots?
No way.
I really like them.
You can show them to the camera.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Unless you want me to stand on my chair, I can do that.